Today, from Bank of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina, it's Week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Kicker Brandon Aubrey is out to get this one started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the #1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
First play, and Young is going to throw it. He'll get this complete to the rookie first-round pick. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A former Oklahoma State Cowboy, it's Chuba Hubbard. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. The numbers on the ground last week for Hubbard: 23 carries, 124 yards.
And the way they ran the ball last week has to bring a smile to the faces of the entire coaching staff, because not only are they seeing a back pile up yardage, they're seeing an offensive line in sync, and that bodes well this late in the season.
Young on third down. That's caught. Left side, it's Burks. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Herbert. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw here, Herbert. That is caught by Lamb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 16 and a Dallas 1st down. Play action. It's Herbert. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. DJ Wadham got off his spot quickly and got to the quarterback. Herbert now. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Going to throw on third down with Herbert. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. On fourth down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. On the punt, 2 on the return, and the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. A 1st down throw for Young. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Here's Young. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Now the punter, Sam Martin, called on to kick it away here. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. That's out to Hill, right side complete.
You look at this Carolina defense.
They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a 1st down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
First carry now for Justice Hill. He spins free. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
The Cowboys had 8-5 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
He's got room at the 30. First catch so far by Pickens. It's good for a 1st down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Here's 2nd and 4 from the 24.
Here's Herbert. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
So 1st and goal now from the 7-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Herbert. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line.
D.J. Waddle.
Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. He finds Pickens over the middle. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, out is Brandon Aubrey for the Cowboy field goal.
This a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM, it always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Young.
That's to the rookie. It's Jatavian Sanders.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Young now.
And once again, this is Sanders.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4.
A play fake. Now Young.
Looking underneath and finding Hubbard.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A quick reaction as he catches it off the tip.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
The big loss on 1st down leads to a tricky 2nd down. 18 yards to go. Here's Young from the shotgun.
There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Again, it's Young. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's in. Passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Carolina. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
On second down, they'll run it here. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now it's Herbert. Short pass taken in by Schoonmaker. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
This 2nd and 4. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. The Cowboys on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, and that will keep this a 3-point game. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And he's got it down to the 28.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
On 2nd down, here's a run with Hubbard. And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 21. Here comes 3rd and the length of the football. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Young to throw it. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away? It could cost them a ball game.
The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot is the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10.
And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10.
Now 2nd and 5. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked off by a Cam of Evans. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Following the interception, Young throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2, 1st down marker at the 5-yard line. Straight ahead with Hubbard.
And he's going to ball his way in for a Panther score.
Chuba Hubbard, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Panthers have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board.
This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
And out now come the Cowboys.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
2nd down and 6 now.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill.
And he'll make it only to the 43, a gain of 2. This now a 3rd and 4.
Here's Herbert.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
Herbert on 1st down now.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Throw left side, caught by Laporta. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 21. 3rd catch of this 1st half for him, and this one is a 1st down. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. And this is incomplete. 2nd and 10. Herbert throwing again. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Lamb. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Herbert. They set up the screen to Hill. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys have regained the lead. And that touchdown's going to put him in double digits now for the year. It's his 10th rushing touchdown of the campaign. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Here comes Chuba Hubbard. Let's take a closer look at him. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Now Young looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Third and short yardage. Young. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. It's Young on first down. It's caught by Sanders. And he's brought down. It'll be Young again. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw, Young. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So that would have been something from that distance, but to no avail. Comes up empty as we have reached the intermission. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll get started over at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. And it's the Saints who are out in front as that inches closer to halftime. Brandon Cooks, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. From there, we'll jet north to Ohio to check in on the Browns at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Chiefs. The number 3 overall pick, Drake May, has a touchdown pass. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville. See what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. On first down, it's Herbert. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball gets super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the 50, here's Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Off the draw, here's Hill. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the 1st down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Herbert. And that one too wide and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 23. A nice pickup of 17 yards.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And certainly some style points there on the spin. Not a whole lot thereafter, but still a pretty good gain. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun. Herbert, his pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially. but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
A give up the middle, Hubbard.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
57 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, "Are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down." They love being physical.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Right back to Hubbard.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard.
And he'll get it down here to the 43.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. On the give, this is Hubbard.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Out of the gun, it's Young. Left side here to Sanders. He's up to 70 yards receiving now as that last catch gets him a first down. To throw, Young. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw.
Got a man, that's Liggett.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 17-yard line. Young will set to throw.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
To the air once more, Young. And incomplete on the deep ball. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Young to throw it.
It's complete, Burks.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy.
Folk's kick is good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 17-10.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the 3rd quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And now here come the Cowboys.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Third down at 13.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to the 30. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But you also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now a give. It's Hubbard going left.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. From the shotgun, it's Young. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Throwing, Young.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Here's Herbert. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 16.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
87 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Young.
He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. This is 2nd and 8. Now Young. Shoves him aside. Over the middle, complete. It's Hubbard. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Hubbard. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Now here's Young. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Here is Young. He's got Sanders on the out route. It's caught. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll run here with Hubbard. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Young now. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete. Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the 2nd half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This will be a 34-yard attempt. Folk's kick is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Young on 1st down. Got a man. That's Leggett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down. Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hubbard. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. operating from the gun. Young. That is caught. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He has a first down, and that catch will also put him over 100 yards receiving now on the afternoon. Here's Young from the shotgun. On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's second down and 5. Herbert off of play action. He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it. Herbert to a knee, and that should just about write an end to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And I tell you what, they were big favorites coming in, but they had to work for this one.
It certainly wasn't the walk in the park that you expected coming into this one. I have a suspicion that in their meetings next week, head coach going to talk to him a little bit about focus, don't you think?
Yeah, because down the stretch, there was some nail-biting going on. And you're right. I think not only the fans, but those folks inside that locker room, they expected a comfortable victory.
Yeah, they certainly did, and that just tells you about the NFL. Any given game, you never know how it's going to turn out. You'd better be ready to play.
So for the Cowboys, the final 3 weeks are going to tell the story for them as they move to 9-5 with the win. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.